I actually had that happen. So I was there's a guy who was he's a used car salesman. That's what he did for a living. And I took him out shopping, and he was like, if he didn't like the house, he'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
cool, let's go. Well, we go into this house, and the people were there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was out in Ahwatukee. This is back when I was a buyer's agent, so it was early 2000s, late 90s or something like that. And he rips this house up and down. I was mortified. Mortified, because they were sitting there.
No.
And
He
he's
did it in
like,
front
oh,
of
yeah.
them?
He's like, this is this. And, why would they do that? And this paint is horrible. And, this rug has been used. Like, they should have replaced that. And the people are sitting there, and I'm looking at them. It was one of the top 10 most embarrassing, maybe in the top 5 most embarrassed I've ever been.
You were in front of the
I
the
was
cell?
so
Oh,
embarrassed.
my goodness.
So
So
I get in the car, and I'm like, what was that? And I go, man, you can't do that. I go, you cannot do that. He's like, what do you mean? I go, that's fine. You didn't like the house, but don't rip it in front of the sellers. He goes, I loved it. I go, what? He goes, yeah, I was doing that so I can get a better deal. I want to write an offer on it.
Oh, no.
And so we wrote the deal at, I think it was 20 grand under. I think it was like a $300,000. It was a nice house back in the
Yeah.
day. It was, what a $800,000 house would be right now.
Okay.
And we wrote the deal for, I think it was 20 or 25,000 under, rejected. And so I call up the agent, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, they don't want to sell to him. I go,
Oh, no way.
I go, not even for full price? She goes, not even for full price.
Wow.
So I called him and told him that. I said, well, that backfired.
Yeah.
They hate you,
Wow.
and they do not want to sell to you. He goes, all right, write a full price offer. Wrote a full price offer, rejected. He had to pay 10 grand over ask to get the house.